Welcome to day 7 of these 8-minute daily practice invitations. And today we are going to notice connections. Connections between the noticing. When you notice emotions, which was yesterday, and when you notice what the emotions are connecting with, are your emotions connecting with a physical sensation? Maybe a tension in your muscles? Maybe you notice your jaws are tightening. Sometimes a frown. What is it that this emotion is connecting with? Noticing these connections as if we are untangling streams that are causing a chain reaction. Maybe it's a thought. If you can identify an emotion right now, pick just one for the sake of noticing, observing, of awareness, self-awareness on how our own reactions, where do they start? Where are they going? If you cannot pick one emotion that you are experiencing right now, remember something that happened recently, not too intense, something mild. As you were doing something, just notice if there's an emotion there. And if you're considering something that happened, you can identify what were you thinking? What were the thoughts? What came first? Was the emotion first? Was the thought first? Was the sensation first? You don't have to know the answer. Everything is so fast in our system that sometimes we don't even notice what comes first. But it's not for us to know, it's for us to pay attention, to get closer to this experience, to start being present as it happens, as it moves, as it evolves. So if you pick one emotion and notice what thoughts came as you connected with that. Was it a judgment? Was it a collection of evidence? Does that feed the emotion? Does that lead to diminish the emotion? In what direction does the set of thoughts, memories, judgments, in what direction does that take your emotions? Remember, these are just invitations for us to notice as we are doing other things where there's no extra time needed for practice. This is the moment of awareness into our own system and how we function. Of course, if you do that, notice what happens in your body. Is there any shifts in sensations, any tightening, any relaxing, any leaning forward or back, any frowning? How are your jaws? Sometimes we tighten there. Your shoulders. What happens in your body? What about temperature? I know sometimes certain emotions increase the temperature in my body. Other times, temperature diminishes. Can you notice the little tiny distinctions that create the connections? Because when we start noticing the connections, it is as if we become more able to notice the waves of emotions, where they start, what increases them, what diminishes them. We start gaining more ability, not only to be here with the wave of emotion, but also we start having more choice on how to hold it, listen to it, diminish what feeds it, or increase what's needed. These noticing the connections give us an insight into what's possible for us to act and to be more aware of how and what happens within us. These are my invitations for your practice where no time, no extra time is needed. I hope you take this and come back here again and again throughout the day when you are listening to news, when you're feeling the pain that's going on in the world. May you be able to come back here much more present and discerning what action is needed right now. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.